you be nice enough to lead us tonight, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Rainey. Appreciate that. Tammy, would you take us through roll call, please?
Yes, I will. Those present are Mayor Shaw, Council Members Baker, Johnson, Arnbrister, Kemp, and McVeigh. Staff present is myself, Clerk Treasurer, our City Attorney, our City Engineer, and our Code Enforcement. Excused tonight is Lieutenant Mancias and Ron Gibson.
Thank you, Tammy. Look for approval of consent agenda, please, or approval of agenda, please.
Move to approve the agenda.
You were quick tonight. First and second to approve the agenda. Any further comments? Seeing no further comments, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passed. Thank you. Now look for approval of consent agenda, please.
Move to approve the consent agenda to include the November 22nd, 2022 meeting minutes, December 13, 2022 claims vouchers 7546 to 7562, and 3 EFTs in the amount of $196,459.85. The November payroll in the amount of $38,323.84. November 22 Treasurer's Report, which have all been audited and verified by the audit committee. Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Any further discussion? No further discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passed. Thank you, Council. We'll now go to public comment. Everybody signed up?
No.
Okay. So we're now going to open up the public hearing on the preliminary budget for the 2023 year. Everybody have all had a chance to take a look at it? We went over it pretty clearly at the last meeting. I don't know if Tammy wasn't here. Did anybody have any questions that I wasn't able to answer at that meeting that we want to ask him? You okay with it? Tom?
Fine.
So,
Yeah, I think it looks good.
somebody want to close the hearing?
I move to close the hearing.
Second. There's a motion and a second to close the public hearing regarding our 23 budget. Any further discussion? No further discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passed. Thank you very much, Tammy.
Thank you.
And year number 3, right? 3 that we've got done together.
Yep.
Every year's getting better for her. She does a great job.
Thank you.
Appreciate what you do on that. We'll now go to staff reports. You're first, but you usually start at that side of the room.
So, Rainey, do you have anything besides what we're going to be talking about in litigation?
Nothing to do on that.
Okay. Any questions for Rainey? Okay, thank you. Adam?
Update on current projects. The sports courts, I was just working with Mayor Shaw on some changes, that affect costs. And so we are currently working those out. And so I'll probably give you more of an update next meeting. The costs are a little high, so we're seeing what we can do without, or how we can maybe do some of the work in-house to cut costs. The crosswalk, Myers Street crosswalk, is at about 90%. We're going to have a meeting next week. And we still hope to go out to bid in January. So, water system plan, I'm still waiting on some data from Charlie and Ron. I know Ron's out, so it's still been a little bit of an issue getting that, but we'll eventually get it. Also, the past week, working with Tammy and the county on the interlocal agreement to fix the railroad trestle, so, and deal with the road closures there. So that's about it for me.
Any questions for Adam?
What's the status on the speed limit changes we talked about the crosswalk?
Yeah, that was the WashDOT did say for sure that it will be lowered. I haven't heard a timeline beyond that, but they said for sure that it was
It'll be
going
a while before we get it, so.
Yeah, yeah.
Did they say how far into town we should have lowered?
They didn't say yet, no, but yeah, I will give you guys an update as soon as they let me know, so.
As long as they get it, at least the railroad trestle, and then they get it.
Yeah.
Any other questions for Adam? Thank you, Adam. Dennis?
I am gonna defer until the new business, where I'm talking about the same thing I would talk about in staff reports.
Okay. Ron?
Just transportation policy board tomorrow morning, that's it.
Any questions for Ron? Thank you, Ron. Tom?
We had our EOC radio check this past week, and everything came out good. We had just about everybody. We have one radio, call, so following up with, but other than that, everything's good. Our EOC Thurston County meeting got canceled on the 22nd because so we'll probably meet first of the year, and anybody's got any concerns or thoughts, let me know. You know, I'll bring it up at the meeting in Thurston County. And other than that, we definitely gotta do something with that. Up there on the road, that's getting really ugly.
With what?
Up there at the road, the crossways, by
The potholes?
from the stop sign by the gas station and stuff going out that way.
The traffic, you mean?
Oh, man, it's gotten really.
Gotcha.
I'm just afraid that that's a problem there.
Minnesota's pretty cold, it's probably gonna get worse for a little while.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Any questions for Tom? Okay, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, thought you stopped there. Thanks, Tom. George?
Unfortunately, I have a couple of things I'd like to bring up. One is the parking lot that we're putting in behind. And as a council member, I was all for it, voted for it, but the plan that's in there now is not what we voted on. So I'm kind of disappointed about that. We didn't talk about having any ponds over there. We talked about rock. So I got the ponds now, so we're gonna have to fence that in. They can have the dirt bikers having a ball in there, which brings me to the second part. I'm tired of these people, these kids tearing up our field over there. And I think we need to discuss that as a city council, possibly the next meeting, have a discussion. If you go down to Sunrise, the end of Sunrise, there's a path at least as wide as that table, going up over the hill into the Netherlands here. Trestle on this side, somebody has used that as their own private driveway to go in across the trail and into their property. Up a little further on the trail, there's another entrance in that goes behind our sign, welcome to Rainier, and up and down the trail. I just think it's an embarrassment for the city to allow that, either put a sign up and welcome them to use it, you know, to race their bikes and tear it up, or let's do something about it. That's just my feelings on it. You know, there's a soccer field over there that's in a horrible shape to begin with. Now it's even worse. So I would like to see us address that possibly next council meeting, get it on the agenda. Everybody think about what we can do to stop this. It's just ridiculous.
I don't know that we can do a whole lot.
There's a lot we can do, absolutely.
I mean, way up is actually counting.
No, it's all city of Rainier, because it's on this side of the trestle.
Okay, I thought you were talking about way up.
No, it's all on this side of the trestle.
Okay, that's that trestle we're gonna say.
So,
That's all I
can
got.
I address him first? So two things, George. And I know
Well, you texted me on the parking lot. We did talk about it at the meeting, and you were present. We let me finish.
I'm gonna let you finish.
I let you talk.
Okay.
And I did, at the meeting after, we'd had two meetings. One meeting, we'd approved what we were gonna do, and I gave you a bid. Then at our next meeting, Ron Gibson and I had met with the contractor, and when they did their test holes, I wish Ron was here, but I know everybody was present at that council meeting. We shared that when they did their test holes, that they found out that we had 24 inches of dirt that was not drainage, and that we were gonna have to go a little bit deeper and make more of a hole in the ground for drainage because of the 24 inches wasn't drainable. And I can't remember the terminology that was used. And so we shared all that with the council. And I know you were there that meeting because I looked.
And you're absolutely right on everything you just said.
Okay.
But nobody ever said a retention pond. They said that they would put gravel down on there. It would be deep gravel. Nobody would be able to drive on it. They would put rocks around it so vehicles couldn't drive on it.
Okay. So
That was never said a retention pond, never.
I don't think that is a retention pond. I think it looks like a retention pond, but I don't think it's a truly retention pond. And again, I haven't spoke to Mr. Gibson at all. He's not talked to either one of us that had a chance. So I can't answer your question if that is intended to be a retention pond. I don't think it is, and maybe I'm wrong.
If they fill it with rocks, then I wouldn't call it a retention pond. I would call it a runoff area.
I think it's gonna be just like that one down there, isn't it?
I don't think they're gonna fill it. They've got it graded and everything else. They're just gonna, and if they leave it, like I said, we're gonna have to fence it in.
And why do you think we're gonna have to fence it in?
Because if I had a dirt bike, that would be a great place to go down in and come up the other side as a jump.
I don't think dirt bikes are gonna, I can't speak for a dirt biker, but going down into the rocks, I don't know. Ron, you had your hand.
I was just saying, the soil didn't perk before, my understanding.
What's that?
The soil didn't perk, that's why you had to go with the taking out the topsoil to get through there, so it could perk.
Yeah.
But I would be in favor of rock in there also, like George suggested, rather than having an open swale. I think they get to be an eyesore after a while. And with the rock in there, maybe some fabric on top of it, then you have zero maintenance. You don't have to worry about mowing it, grass growing, weeds, any of that. So maybe we can look into that.
Well, I thought, I need to talk to the contractor. I thought that there's fabric underneath all that.
There is.
Okay, so,
But the way it was presented, Bob,
That was the upper area, I know, it's not that, I didn't think that swale area was fabric, I thought they were starting to drive areas.
no, I think the only thing that I thought was changed was they were gonna have to have a little bit more of a hole because they had to go down to get good. Otherwise, we were gonna be bringing in 24 inches of perkable dirt, which was gonna be much more money. So that's why I don't think it's a pond, a collection pond.
Well, it's not a collection pond,
Yeah.
not growing weeds and grass, I'm okay.
Yeah. So.
But the rocks.
Bob, I'm not upset with the project. It's just that it was presented in a different way than it turned out. That's what I'm taking issue
Okay.
with.
And then the second item, council, if we want to discuss that, that's fine. I mean, it's been an ongoing thing. I think it's better than it used to be. I thought we put the halt to some of the kids that were doing it, but obviously if we get snow, we're gonna have kids on running again. But, you know, we can spend time at a meeting discussing it. I don't know if we got all the answers. I would like the Officer Mancini to be here because so you guys can hear the same things that we hear from Thurston County between when they communicate with Tammy and I of, you know, so maybe you guys hear the answers of what we get from them about going and stopping somebody. There's not a lot they can do. That's kind of what the feeling you get.
Well, it was not just kids. When we got that little snow out over here and I was watching, it was adults in pickups, cars, out in the soccer field doing donuts in the snow. Wasn't kids. And kids that are out there in the dirt bikes, they need to be stopped also. The problem is, they all know exactly when the sheriff's department is in town, especially our school resource officers. and they wait until they're gone, and then they're here. Then there's nobody to see them, nobody to stop them. So if we're gonna do something, we need to make some kind of arrangement with the sheriff's department, that they have somebody here, maybe in an unmarked vehicle, at the times that we know that these little jerks are doing this, so they can get them. It does need to stop, I agree.
So that's where I said, if we're gonna have a discussion on it, we need to make sure that we have law enforcement, so so it's not Tammy and I telling you two what they tell us when one of you two call us, and we call the sheriff, and they come down here, just so I'd like you guys to hear what they tell us. So yes, if that's something you guys want, and George makes that suggestion, and you guys want, we'll put it on the agenda.
Well, George is absolutely right about the access points, but we can't solve that because we have tried probably 3 times bringing in large rocks to block off the trail. They just move the trail. So that's not the solution. The solution is to get them by the collar and stand them up.
Okay,
Say, here's your ticket, and I've impounded your vehicle.
Okay.
Now
So-
your parents can pay the fine.
I don't think there's anything for us to discuss as a council. We all agree it needs to stop. The sheriff's department is on board and they're doing what they can.
But they can't stop it.
They can't be here 24/7. There's a
Exactly.
lot bigger crimes
So maybe
going
there's
on.
some stuff we can do to prevent it from happening, that maybe isn't as severe as, I don't want to talk about, I don't want to talk type of things, we got a couple other things going on today. But
Every time I hear one, I'm texting a sheriff. So-
I know.
But I'm not here 24 hours a
No,
day.
Tim, you had one last year in the summer, running up and down like a crazy person. And then we're gonna prevent them from getting in there.
That's never gonna happen. I've been riding on those trails since I was a teenager on my quad. So that same trail you're talking about is where I got busted by Randy Schleiss, by the way. So we're not gonna stop them from getting in town. We just have to stop the perception that it's okay. And that's what we're doing by the sheriff stopping them and talking to them. And it has gotten better. Everybody has to admit, compared to last year at this time, it's probably a third. It's only about a third of what it was. So that's just my opinion.
Okay, we'll table that for first of the year. Anything else, George?
No.
Any questions for George? Thank you. Maureen?
I also have questions. So, knowing in the forecast there's gonna be snow in single digits, did we do anything about a warming center anywhere? Okay.
Senior center also,
Next week.
we have a couple of them
Okay.
Well, actually, is the city hall one also during business hours?
I don't know if it's official, but they're certainly welcome to come in.
I think we've done that in the past when it was really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Thurston County lists the senior center as a warming and cooling station. Yeah, it is.
Valley Harbor and also Rainier Chapel. They're all shelters on Thurston County's DOC list, so.
Okay. Any questions for Maureen? You got anything else?
No.
Bill, you got anything besides what we're gonna do at the end?
That's enough.
Okay. All I really have, we got the budget done, is the end of the year, and we probably should elect another mayor pro tem, as we'll be coming back in the 1st of January next year. Dennis has been our pro tem for the last year. I appreciate. I don't think I missed a meeting. Nope. So I made it real easy on you, but thank you, Dennis, for that. But I'd like to just get one prepared, just so we're prepared when we come back 1st of January.
I'd like to nominate Councilmember Armbruster to be mayor pro tem for 2022.
Okay. I see 2 people supporting, so any
All those in favor for having Tom be Mayor Pro Tem for the 23 year? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Thank you. That's all.
Yeah, why don't you vote, Tom?
He voted aye.
He voted aye.
He voted aye. I was gonna call him, he voted for himself, but. Okay, that's all I had, Tammy.
I don't have anything.
Any questions for Tammy? Okay, thank you,
Oh,
Tammy.
I might have one thing. Sorry. I talked to Jackie just a few minutes before the meeting, Ron's wife, and she said he is starting to act like his old self and he's ready to get back to work. Hopefully Tuesday. He has a doctor's appointment Monday, so hopefully we'll see him Tuesday, probably with some restrictions, but happy to hear he's heading in the right direction.
Thank you, Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, ordinance 717, approving the 2023 budget. So we closed the preliminary hearing, now we just need to approve it.
I move that we approve the ordinance 717 approve the 2023 budget.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve ordinance 717, the 2023 budget. Any further discussion? No further discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed 5-0. Thank you very much, council. We're now moving on to the TRPC letter that Dennis and Tammy or Dennis sent out. Tammy sent forward, Dennis out for all you to look at. Go ahead, Dennis.
Well, the last 2 or 3 TRPC meetings, there's been discussions about this proposed airport in Thurston County, which is just right outside of town, actually. And so the TRPC staff drafted a letter, which you have. And there's 2 trains of thought with the TRPC members. One, that this is a good letter and we should send it. And then there's about a third of them that say it's too long and complicated, and we should just send a short letter that says, hell no, we don't want it. So it's beyond my purview to make that decision, as a representative of TRPC. You guys tell me what to say, and then I say it. So if you've had a chance to review it, it's a complete letter, and it lists a lot of stuff. I don't see a problem with it, but I could go either way. It's shorter, just no, or this one with all of the background. That's up to you. You guys tell me how you want the vote to go, and that's what I'll do.
I have heard hundreds of residents and people all over the county screaming no. But I like the letter because it's detailed.
Yes, very detailed.
And it really, I think it supports no for everyone's.
I agree, but, and you're right, there's nobody that I've talked to or heard from or even heard about in Thurston County that's in favor of this now. In my personal opinion, I think what's going to kill it is JBLM because of what it would do. It would virtually negate all helicopter or fixed wing flights out of McCord and Fort Lewis. And it would be built basically right in the middle of their training area. That's right. And I don't think that the feds are going to let that happen.
I agree with Dennis and stuff. I think the letter's fine. I think it's okay to send it to that to TRPC. I'll probably get into the same thing tomorrow, because we've been talking about this at the transportation policy board every time.
Yeah.
And there's one of the issues they feel have been overlooked of even including TRPC and the transportation policy board in this. So they're against it because they have not included in the loop. And I'm against it because I think it's valuable land for Fort Lewis for military training, so.
And value.
I think it's a great document. It covers all the stuff. I think I think we have one of the prettiest roads in the county, Rainier Road. You know, plus this farmland, there's all kinds of stuff. It'd be a travesty. We're in good for it.
I'm abstaining.
We don't have to vote. I just asked. Dennis, do you have enough? If we voted, she's got a conflict of interest with who wrote the letter.
Oh. Who wrote the letter that would be a conflict?
She's on the school board for the other.
Oh, okay. All right.
But we don't need to vote.
No.
So,
I
Dennis,
need a consensus.
yeah, you got your consensus.
Okay, all right.
I just asked Bill, Bill said we don't have to vote, so I think you got the consensus, but I just want to make sure you had a chance to give your feedback.
Good to know.
Okay, we'll move on. Any old business?
Before we go into executive session, should we
Oh,
introduce our general?
no, go ahead, I'm sorry. I was thinking it was on purpose.
him yet.
Okay.
But did you want to stand up and introduce yourself maybe and?
Sure. Good evening, council members, mayor. My name is Adam Schaefer. I'm the deputy commander for the 62nd Med Brigade. I think Melissa, she usually attends more of these things, but I'll be making my way here to see how we can develop the connective tissue and support my commander's interests and your mayor's interests as well. So thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anything else?
No.
Okay, so we will be going into executive session for approximately 10 to 15 minutes.
So during my audit, I got dinged on the fact that we just said 10 or 15 minutes. We have to actually set a time, and we cannot come back in before that time is up. So
We're going into executive session for 15 minutes.
Before we do that, let me pop something that maybe is old business. Have we given any consideration to putting lights at our new parking lot?
It was, I thought that was,
We talked
I
about it.
thought it was on that. I think.
I thought Ron said he'd be tying some.
Huh?
Did Ron say he'd be tying some program?
Yeah. No, I think so. I mean, some of the communication was between Ron and Tony, and no, you're right. I mean, I know we talked about it. I guess I just kind of waiting for Ron to get out.
It's just really dark down there.
You know, we talked about it. I think there was somewhere, I think you're right. We're bringing in power from somewhere, so.
Okay. Just wanted to.
I'll get an answer on that. So, did the auditor say we can be in there longer?
we have to go out and tell them we're going to be longer if we're going to be longer.
We're going into executive session at 5:28, and we will be in there until, do you need 10? 10. We'll be in there until 6 or 5:40.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you. All right, and thank you for coming, Adam.
We'll be in touch. I do have Melissa's email.
Okay.
So, I haven't really met her yet because we had met Rich and then Rich left, I think. So Melissa's kind of new to us. So I'll get in touch with her. But thank you for coming out. It was very nice to meet you. All right, see you later. Drive safe. Have a good night. Thank you. Hold on, let me turn the.
Is that okay?
Yeah, no, we don't need Adam for this. Thanks, Adam.